In we go. Illusion Esports, the new kids on the block here in ESM. 2+2, the reigning champions for the last 2 cups. Also worth noting that they are current point standings leader. Yeah, not today. Not today. Singing, of course, requires atmosphere. Come on. You know how that is. So, Infernal Shrines. All about the wave clear. Tassadar being hovered here by Illusion. I would say that's a pretty good ban. Though, Tassadar, I think, is a hero that, if I'm Illusion Esports, I would love to pick Tassadar. I mean, it pairs so well with the Illidan that they love to play. But they're looking for something else here. They're going to ban out the Tassadar. Incredible wave clear potential. Incredible sustain. And the Ariel ban in response. So Ariel also has pretty decent wave clear, you know, for a support hero, I would say. And in general, she just got ridiculous sustain for Infernal Shrines. But that's going to instantly proc out the Uther pick here for Illusion. They're not going to be able to get that Ariel Uther Dream that they had last game. But definitely going to at least pick up the Uther. The thing about Uther, he is not a sustained healer. These long shrine fights tend to be, well, as the title would suggest, there long in how long they last. So Uther tends to want to get his fights done fairly quickly. Those healing cooldowns can be pretty long.
It is time.
But we'll see if 2+2 is able to draw up these team fights. Stitch is more of a patience kind of hero. But they've got already good lockdown follow-up with the Zol onto that hook. So right away, building towards that follow-up potential. Zol, also famous on this map for his ability to double soak the opposite lanes. His wave clear potential is also really good for these shrines, but generally we'll see teams prioritize the Zol in the opposite 2 lanes.
Reckoning is at hand.
Unfortunately, Noir, there is no tournament bracket. We run it though on our Discord, so you can keep track of what's going on the Discord. I'll go ahead and link it here. Right now, this is just 3 teams. We've just got Illusion Esports, 2+2, and formerly Pickle Ticklers. Now they've renamed themselves today to Better Late Than Pregnant. So we're just doing a round robin today for these 3 teams. Each team will play each other once, and then if there's a tie at the end, we'll maybe look into doing like a best of 3 to settle things. And look at that, Nightbot is nice enough to spam that right after I posted it. That's excellent. Meanwhile, going back to the Tyrael that they love so much, Illusion Esports going ahead and picking that up here in this second rotation. The Respect Illidan ban coming out here from 2+2. They must have been watching that last match. They do not want to see that come out again, especially with the Tyrael and the Uther to back it up. But Greymane has been picked up, so we got the Greymane Uther for Illusion Esports. Quite the combo to start off here. And again, we see the mouth band coming out. We've been seeing a surprising priority on Malfurion. We've seen him kind of diminishing a little bit in the current meta, but I don't know. He's still pretty strong. He's got good wave clear. He's a good utility healer now. Good solid second support. Wouldn't call him a main support or a good solo support anymore, but the damage and the CC that he brings with the roots and the Twilight Dream, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not surprised to see that getting more popularized. We're going to see Rhaegar and Cassia coming out, so 2+2, liking what they saw last game from Illusion Esports and that Cassia. Go ahead and scoop that up, try that out this game. Rhaegar also going to be back up on the board. I'm seeing a fair amount of solo support Rhaegar. However, 2+2 could still go into a second healer if they decide that that's where they want to go with it. So may not be doubles or single support Rhaegar. Rhaegar also bringing out that Lightning Bond talent at 1 for the extra wave clear potential on these shrines. Very popular pick both here and on Battlefield of Eternity. Last 2 picks here for Illusion Esports. They probably want another frontliner, but right now they're pretty melee heavy. Medivh coming out here for the extra sustainability, and the Malthael looking to melt the stitches. That's what I'm seeing right now from Illusion Esports. And melt the stitches they can between the cursed bullet from Greymane on the Malthael damage. The stitches is going to be having a rough time. HotS going to have to be careful on that one. Medivh also going to be able to help the sustain for Malthael when he does go in. It's going to give an opportunity for Greymane to also get a little bit more value from his poke potential and then collapse potential with that Dark Flight. Really like the comp coming out here from Illusion Esports. They're going to be extra mobile with the Medivh portals. How does 2+2 want to answer to this? They've already kind of committed to more of the macro game, macro and get picks with the Zol. And they are going to commit even harder to that with the Falstad and the Global. So it's going to be a battle of which comp can do what it does best. Illusion Esports right now, they're going to be completely focused on the concept of controlling the end gauges. That's what they really want here. 2+2, mostly going to be looking to look for picks to be able to turn the fights in their favor. In a straight 5v5, I think they definitely lose just in terms of comp to the side of Illusion. But if they're able to get a good hook, focus somebody down, and then turn that into a 5v4, then they definitely have a leg up here. Going to be round number 2 here in our ESM tournament. A lot of teams have been not prioritizing the map objective here on Infernal Shrines recently, looking more towards the concept of going on to the split soak, trying to get counter siege right away. Game paused. Ha! Well, okay. All right, well. We're almost ready for this game number 2. Yeah, no Bobo today. Kind of a light day for ESM, but that's okay. You know, every once in a while on a Sunday morning, you just want to sit back and relax and have some fun with your friends rather than going into a big old tournament. Give everybody a little bit of a break ski. Ha! Yeah, a hero saying good old Bobo will be sad missing him playing here. Hero Physio filling in today. On the Medivh also, so this should be interesting. Interesting and fun indeed. So yeah, Tithel, as you can see, I've got right up here, right there, I've got my sub hype wall. So I'll get you up there Tuesday. Tuesday was when I'll have the next opportunity to print out a lovely little printout for you. I'll put you probably right up here in this vacant corner. And the cat has decided to join me, ladies and gentlemen. Cat hype. Kosher knows. Huh. I think Bobo might just be missing the whole show today. You know what I forgot? I forgot that I was going to set up the donation thing. I mean, I guess while we're just sitting here. No reason I can't hop over to Streamlabs and get this done. Am I right? So we're going to be taking donations. We're going to be going towards the... donation goals. There we go. So we're going to be taking donations for the prize pool. So let's see. I think I'm going to start out the goal at $50. I think that's pretty lofty as it is for the next month or so. But we're still going to be running season 1 here. So so we're going to end it on at the end of the season, which is going to be on September 3rd. This is 2017. Alright, so let's look at the widget then. Excellent. Alright, so let's see if we can add this in. We got a window capture. Oh no, that's not a window capture. There's the window capture. Aha! Found it. Now let's just clean it up a little bit. We'll... Oh, looks like we're going in. We're going in, boys. This will have to wait until later. All right. Game round number 2 here. Best of 1.
The battle begins in 10
And on the
seconds.
left, we've got Illusion Esports, Hero Physio flying around there on the Medivh. Kosher move back on Tyrael here. Neddens on the Uther. Real Rad Dad playing the Malthael. There we go. Spit it out, Jay. Matt gonna be on the Greymane. On the right, already here in the mid is 2+2 Hollis. Gonna be playing the Stitches. Tithel, our newest J subscriber, he's gonna be on the Zol. Deathpawn on the Rhaegar. Blackout gonna be on Falstad, and Axon gonna be playing the Cassia. Right away, Illusion Esports splitting out into lanes here. Not interested in being hooked, and CC to death there. Because you're going to rotate out through the bottom. Very smart rotation to be able to get away from 2+2, who are rotating in a very tight 4-man rotation here. They are looking to catch anybody out and get those picks, but mostly they're looking at the wave clear potential, pushing these minions into these walls, starting to drain the ammo. So the rotation game is on here for 2+2 right out the gate. Hollis actually being caught out a little bit there in that top rotation, but looking for a hook here. This Hollis, he's going to position forward. He gets the hook onto Hero Physio. The Force of Will going to come out to save him for the moment, but the Bone Prism falls. Be able to keep himself alive, though. Neddin's going to get the heal out on him to give him that extra armor. And no first blood just yet in this one. Shrine going to go ahead and activate in the top lane. So we'll see 2+2 start to rotate out Tithel here through these 2 lanes. We'll be able to clear these out, get those skeletal minions rolling. Meanwhile, that 4-man commitment directly to the top. We're going to go right after the Shrine. Tithel actually being forced to rotate around the long way is Illusion going with a 3-man rotation here still. Right now, they've only got 2 up in this top lane. They're not going to be able to contest the Shrine here, but it looks like... Actually, it looks like they are now going to rotate in on it. Already almost 20 minions there going over to the side of 2+2. Oh, and the body blocks in on Hollis. Real Rad Dad gets in there. It's him blocked out, and the pool party favors. He's left on the ground here from Hollis. Going to give Illusion a chance to really catch up here, but we do still see 2+2 Tithel here. Some work done on these towers. They're going to have to answer that rotation, otherwise they're going to end up losing a lot of these other 2 front walls. Does look like they're going to send out Hero Physio to work on that on the Medivh, but Illusion Esports able to take the entire Shrine there off of just that 1 pick onto Stitches. 2+2. We'll go ahead and bait the Punisher over. And be able to take it down in short order here. Only a little bit of damage on the front wall here. Little scratches to that cannon. Not exactly what you hope to get out of a Punisher. But really is nice rotation here also in the other 2 lanes. Surprisingly, Tithel didn't get as much as I thought he might have. Blackout with the fly in here. They are going after the picks. This 2+2. Not able to secure any though. It's double support comp. All the extra armor they're getting from Neddins. The Force of Will. A lot of sustained potential yet again in this one on Illusion Esports. Both these teams fairly even right now. Slight XP lead to 2+2, but fairly negligible still this time of the game. The portal, the aggressive portal here. Hero Physio keeping a bird's eye view out here on them. So it looks like they're not going to contest for now. Axon actually getting clawed out a little bit. He'll be able to back out of that situation though. Gets that extra armor while he's running. Not going to take too much free damage. Hero Physio into the Raven form just in time to dodge that spear. Top lane, real Rad Dad and Blackout. Going back and forth. Camp picked up in the bottom lane here by 2+2. Going to be able to push that in a little bit with pressure.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
Oh, and the portal down here from Illusion. They are looking to force right before the shrine, but the turn is good. A lot of damage coming down. Hero Physio very low. He's going to have to back out. Actually, all the members low, but Matt actually goes back in. The hook will be able to secure it. That's a really good time for a pickoff there for the side of 2+2. As the shrine has activated. Going to look to well tap here and be able to go back in. Death timer is still pretty low. Matt's going to be back in no time. As Tithel will go ahead and start his rotation to the mid and top lane, but real Rad Dad's got something to say about that. And again, 2+2 getting an early lead on the shrine. Not that that mattered on the last one, mind you. Side of Illusion. Just looking more towards grabbing camps, grabbing lane soak right now. Looks like they are in full non-contesting mode here. Soaking up every lane of XP. The race to 10 is on. Still being won slightly here by 2+2. But with that Tyrael solo in the top lane, he is going to end up getting some advantage there. And meanwhile, the Frozen Punisher going to be picked up in the bot lane. Now it's going to be pushing on in here to this bottom lane, which was already pretty well opened up by that Zol split push. But the Shaman Camp is up in the top lane. Did you see Falstad up there trying to counter that push? HotS with the blind hook. Maybe make something happen there. See if anybody was hanging around out behind. It's a full 5-man commitment here now to the bottom lane. Also, as see Falstad flying down. But 2+2. They're satisfied with what they've gotten off of that Punisher. They'll back on out. Live to fight another day. Oh, and the full engagement here. Stitches gets completely blown up. The Ancestral not in time to be able to save him. And that is basically what Illusion is looking to do here. Melt the Stitches. Looks like Bobo is indeed joining us here. Now, what is that Cassia level 4 talent? Inner Light. Alright. We're looking for the extra blinds here. Both teams rotating around now. HotS is back in the game. Hero Physio doing a nice job of keeping an eye out on where the side of 2+2 is. Plenty of lane soak potential here for Illusion to catch up a little bit in the XP. They are about half a level behind right now in that race to 13. Also got the fort advantage here. One whole extra fort for 2+2 as Illusion starts to work on this bottom fort. Top Shaman Camp has been picked up. We're going to be pushing in that top lane while Illusion Esports is in the bottom. We do have Malthael up there to start to clear it, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. And look at the rotation here from Illusion. They are looking to catch somebody out. They are going to find HotS. And the first bullet actually missing. Putrid Bile going to come down in an Ancestral just to make sure that HotS doesn't go down. Don't know if that was necessary, but Darthpon not willing to risk it. So they'll trade Cursed Bullet out for Ancestral Healing, and that's and Putrid Bile. It's a trade that Illusion Esports will take every day of the week. They're going to have a big advantage here in the Heroic game. Worth noting that Blackout is also completely out of mana as they go into this one. The Brawl in the top lane is on. Level 13 advantage still there for 2+2. Doesn't seem to affect them too much. Oh, and a huge Leyline Seal coming out from Hero Physio. Blackout will hit the Mighty Gust in return. Sanctification going down on, and Real Rad Dad is going in. The damage is real coming out and from that ult, and he is still chunking down members. Axon is so low here. We'll get that last second healing totem also going down, but that was a huge Tormented Souls there from Real Rad Dad. It's going to allow them to start to get an advantage on this shrine. But Death Timer's still pretty low here. We're going to see them coming back out. The focus once again onto HotS, but he's not taking as much damage as Illusion Esports would prefer. They're starting to get chunked down. Health bar is looking really dangerous. Medivh will be the first to fall. Axon going in here, getting a ton of damage out. The Gust actually from Blackout going to save some members there of Illusion Esports. We'll be able to keep HotS up as well, though. So at this point, it looks like they're just going to go ahead and control that engage potential. Have a little bit extra push here in the top lane. Meanwhile, in the bottom, a lot of stuff stacking up. Matt going to have to respond to that as well. But we will see the focus back onto the top lane. Axon yet again stepping forward, making sure to keep the members of Illusion Esports honest here. 2+2. We get this top four. It's going to also be the last of the healing wells for Illusion Esports. So they are starting to really be put on the back foot here. Punisher will dive in over the wall. Sidewall is down here. And here comes 2+2. They're actually going to file back out through that hole in the wall there. Refocus on the keep instead now as the Punisher dives in, and they are going to bait it to the mid here is Illusion Esports. They're going to give up that top fort for free, but they will be able to take down the Punisher safely without taking any more picks. 2+2 going to rotate up and grab this Shaman camp. Hero Physio giving them the view. I don't know if there's really much that Illusion Esports can do about this. We got to be real careful here. The hook in onto Hero Physio, the lockdown, the Leyline Seal to disengage, but they'll also end up popping the D-Shield. So, unfortunate use of heroics there by Illusion Esports. We burn a couple of those fairly long cooldowns to make sure they don't lose Hero Physio. A little miscommunication there, but this is going to allow them to at least pick up 16, but Illusion Esports starting to run out of a little ring around the rosy there by Axon, but starting to lose out on their opportunities for concession. You know, they can't keep giving up forts and keeps and everything here. They are starting to run out of structures, starting to run out of wiggle room here. The safety net is gone. And next Punisher, next loss for them, big team fight loss, could be the end of the game as that top lane has been opened up. Right now they're just looking for level 16, rotating around fairly safely, not risking too much. Hero Physio yet again on the Medivh, just keeping an eye out for where 2+2 is, making sure that they don't end up surprised by a rotation here. So a little bit of talk about these builds. Of course, we've seen the Leyline Seal coming out, so they are full. They're fully trying to control these end gauges with a Sanctification, the Leyline, but Gust on the other side is going to give 2+2 the ability to disengage when they want. Poison Nova coming out here from Tithel against a pretty heavy melee comp. Not a big shocker. We've definitely seen a lot of skeletal mages, but I definitely wouldn't say that that's a bad choice at all by Tithel here. Ball Lightning has been the standard build here, coming out from Cassia players, so Axon goes in with that. But here comes Illusion Esports. They are filing on in. Leyline is only going to hit one. Putrid Bile going to be popped in response. Going to slow down the members of Illusion Esports. Meanwhile, they are going to be able to turn. The root is going to come down onto Kosher. Real Rad Dad looking to go in. Is going to get the Force of Will. Is going to be able to pop the ult there, as is Sanctification coming down. They're going to start chunking the members out, but the core is also starting to be under assault here for the side of Illusion, but they don't care. They are going in. They get the Rhaegar to start this one off. Axon going to be able to chase Hero Physio out of the fight, but Tithel is going to end up falling, and Illusion Esports needed this team fight win big time, but their core is going to start to get chunked a little bit here. Somebody's going to have to go back, and that is going to be Real Rad Dad, but it's too little too late for the Punisher, the Archaean Punisher. Going to be coming out, and 2+2 loses 3 members, but will be able to successfully pick that up. Oh, and they're actually able to get the false dad as well. Real Rad Dad making some plays here. Only 4% on the core. Definitely not something to worry too much about. Plus, with most of the members of 2+2 dead, Illusion will be able to back up and take down this Punisher. It's actually a big win for Illusion Esports, all in all. Would have been nice if they could have gotten the Punisher, but you can't hope to get everything in life. Sometimes you have to make a little concession to be able to get an overall big win, and that is exactly what we are seeing here. As they will be able to pick up the level 20 before this next shrine phase, and we should end up with a pretty even 20-20 fight. They also they're just a tiny bit behind on XP, but you look at the lanes and the pressure in the top lane, bottom lane still all the way pushed out. They're going to be able to end up having a lead in the XP advantage, though map pressure and vision definitely going over to 2+2 at this point. Shaman Camp is going to end up counter pushing in the top lane eventually. But nothing too much to worry about here for the moment for Illusion Esports. They've still got a lot of time before that top lane is going to be a big problem once again. Both teams rotating around, getting the soak, clearing the lanes. Top lane going to be cleared out here by 2+2. One thing I will say for Illusion Esports, they got to find a way to open up the map here. They have not been able to get a single fort yet. Bottom fort is a little bit damaged, but we know that that Punisher spawned in the bot lane this last round, so it's either going to be the mid or the top. And now both of those structures looking fairly healthy. They do get a little bit of luck. Top was definitely the worse for wear of those two lanes for the side of 2+2. Again, Hero Physio being the scout, having the easy job of just following them around here. Here comes Illusion. They are looking to force here before 20, and they get the isolation onto HotS. That's going to be a huge pick. Hero Physio hitting a huge leyline seal to be able to isolate out the rest of the team, and while they were stuck, they take down HotS, give them an advantage here going into this shrine phase in the top lane. Triple catapults though are into that top lane now. The keep is going to be under assault here shortly. Real Rad Dad gonna have to go back and clear that. Nice camp invade here, but look at the rotation from 2+2. They are not scared. They realize that if Illusion Esports commits to that top lane while Stitches is down, they're going to be able to rotate and grab this bot lane. Real Rad Dad is here to try and slow the progression, and many members rotating in. They are going to go ahead and pop the Tormented Souls and the D-Shield coming out as well to prevent him from being gusted. And they do have a lot of the damage potential out here. Greymane still still in the top lane. Ancestral comes down onto Axton. We'll be able to keep him alive for the moment, but Blackout not going to be so lucky. He's going to be taken down here. Axton also looks like he's going to end up being taken down. Health bar being taken out for a second time. And this is huge. Illusion Esports is pushing in here. Darthpon also going to end up going down. So huge chase potential. They are actually going to go ahead and pop the lane line seal on HotS to give them a little bit of breathing room here. But the hook onto Real Rad Dad is good. Tithel trying to help lock him down, but ultimately the zoning from Kosher will be able to get him out. Level 20 picked up by both teams here, but 3 members down now for 2+2, getting a little bit overly aggressive in that bot lane. Nice rotation response from Illusion Esports. They leave Matt up on that top lane to go ahead and grab that Punisher. Rotate everyone else in that 4v4. They knew HotS was still dead. We're still coming back from that pick before the Shrine. So they knew they could win that 4v4, and they won it pretty hard. 3-0. They were able to open up the bottom lane a little bit. Now they're going to be looking to open up this top lane. Maybe even out the catapult pressure in the top. And we do see Illusion Esports going ahead and baiting the Punisher over. See the portal coming out from Hero there. Could have had the opportunity to go in for Illusion Esports if they wanted. We are just going to go ahead and back up here. They don't want to risk the fight. They don't want to risk the hook. HotS is looking for it, though. Does find it on Kosher, but the Aldruins will be able to get him out the portal. Being able to get him out even further. Nice play by Kosher. Heads up, putting that Aldruins in a nice, safe place for him to be able to pour it out. Both teams rotating around, mostly staying together here. So a little bit of split here for 2+2. Leyline Seal catching 4 members. And look at the ult being dropped. Sanctification along with the ult there from the Malthael. They are able to completely blow up the front line for the side of 2+2. Another 2 picks, and the camp's going to go ahead and go down. And just Leyline, Sanctification, and Tormented Souls. All they really needed there. We also did see Matt throwing out the first bullet. Didn't even need the D shield. They had the sustain coming from elsewhere. So another 2 kills, 13-2 right now for the side of Illusion. Yet again, showing some serious team fight synergy here. They're going to be focusing on this mid fort. Death timer's still pretty low here, though. And they do still have the catapult pressure to worry about in the top lane. They do help that Khazra camp get a little bit of value. They're going to back up and pick up their own Khazra camp as well. But Shrine is spawning in the bot lane. Good RNG here for the side of Illusion Esports, as they were able to take out that bottom fort after winning that team fight when 2+2 overextended. I also really like the call here from Illusion. They're going to go ahead and play this patiently. They might miss out on the beginning of the Shrine, but they're going to be able to get the Shaman camp and even out the pressure in the top so that they're not having to worry about that catapult pressure while this Shrine fight is going on. Hero Physio getting in here trying to get a couple of these Shrine minions to prevent 2+2 from getting too much of a lead. And he's done a good job of that. Here comes Illusion Esports. They are back, ready to go here. Solid hammer there from Blackout. Getting 2+2, more of those Shrine minions. They've still got about a 10 lead, but here comes the Leyline Seal, catching 3 members, and right away we see all the ults coming out from Illusion. The Ancestral in return, though, but Tithel getting very low. He will be the first to fall here, and Illusion is still pushing in here. Real Rad Dad porting all around is going to be on Blackout. Blackout will fall. Real Rad Dad, though, is going to be very close to death in return. The hook missing, but Darthpon still trying to go after him. We'll end up turning on Neddens. They will go ahead and take out Uther. Uther is going to come back in just a few seconds, however. Oh, and they're going to be looking to get a second kill on him, though. He comes back at half health. So even with the heals and the shield, oh, but Hero puts down the portal and is able to somehow get them out of there. Wow. Oh, but in the bot lane, they're going to end up losing a keep from that bottom camp. Worth noting that they did end up getting the mid fort from the camp from Illusion Esports, but that's a really rough break here in the bottom lane. I suppose that was probably going to go down to the Punisher either way, and with 2 members dead, they can't push right in with it. So actually, not as bad as it looked for the side of Illusion Esports right off the bat. That portal out. Never goes martial law. I guess not. I'll have to take your word for it. So we will see them be able to take care of that Punisher. Camp pressure being applied here by 2+2, but here they're actually looking for a little bit more than just camp pressure. Hero Physio giving them the complete view of where they are here. But Kosher being locked down. Will be able to portal out though. Hero Physio taking a lot of heat in return, but a nice force of will to protect him from that hammering from Blackout. But they are going to turn on this. The Leyline Seal going to be able to trap a couple here. Poison Nova also getting a lot of value. HotS receives that Ancestral at the very last second there from Deathpawn. And the hook is good onto Nettins to bring him back into this, but Stitches ends up being the first one to fall. Axon still in very deep, will throw the blinds down, and the bloodbath is on, but it's definitely going over to the side of Illusion. So many members low here. The fly out from Blackout. He's going to be the only one to be able to get away. Look at the health bars here. So low. But with all the armor, all of the force of will, the bubbles. Meanwhile, the core is under assault though. Illusion Esports not going to be able to take full advantage of this. As look at the core damage. Oh my goodness. This actually is going to end up being game. Illusion Esports losing to the Winians here. Holy cow. I honestly underestimated it a little bit, but my goodness. 2+2. Maybe getting a little bit lucky there, but winning off the macro. A little bit of a misplay there from Illusion for sure. Not sending enough members back to be able to protect the core. Real Rad Dad just didn't have the ability to clear all of that. But overall, they won the team fights.